Hi guys, my name is Jaylene. If you're new to my channel, if not, welcome back. Thank you for watching this video as well. This video is just going to be about, I guess, some safety tips for when your husband's deployed or on the field or on a mission trip, or even if you're new to the area if military has moved you. I'm sorry, I'm making my son supposed to make him a sandwich for lunch now since he didn't want leftovers. I hope he's not getting too picky, and so I'm gonna make him a grilled cheese. But anyways, so just bear with me. But it's gonna be about safety tips, or even like if you're single and you're out on your own or whatnot. So some of these things may apply to you. I was gonna do like a all about deployment kind of video, but there's just so much stuff to cover. So I'm just gonna be breaking these down into like little videos, so it's not just one long video. And the reason why I want to go through safety, for a couple of reasons. It's more fresh in my mind now that we just moved here, and unfortunately when my husband just finished in processing, he had to go on the field. But fortunately we were safe and everything was good. But my mom kind of reminded me some like little tips on what to do or what to know and stuff. So a lot of them are common sense kind of things, and it's kind of like, think of it as a safety briefing. I heard, I don't even know if it's true, but we saw on the internet that they're going to take out safety briefings, and I'm actually kind of bummed about that for the military, because I know some of them are young, and if my son were to go into the military at a young age, which I don't even know if he will, but you just never know, and those people are sons to someone, and they don't always listen to their parents on, safety tips and common sense stuff, but they have to listen to the NCO or whoever gives you safety briefings, or maybe they do listen to their parents. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if they didn't. Like, they're on their own, they support themselves, and make their own money, so they're kind of like, I don't need to listen to you anymore. But or maybe some do, but maybe their friends don't. I don't know. So I just think it's important for them to know that. But I'm sorry to digress. But anyways, so just think of it as that. This video, it's common sense stuff, but hopefully it's a good refresher on things to do. So, and I'm sorry about the lighting. We are in Washington, where it is now very gloomy, and it's already starting to rain a lot more. It's just so dark outside, so there's hardly any natural lighting or any good lighting. So, anyways, number 1, know where your police station and where your fire station is at. I think that's a very good tip to know, even like, especially if you're new to the area. You just never know what can happen. So yeah, that's common sense and tip number 1. And tip number 2 is take self-defense. So in college, I took a very good self-defense class. It's something I need to brush up on, but it made me feel better or safer, and like I was like more independent, I guess. Like, I can take care of myself. If you're the type of person that takes pepper spray with you, takes a taser with you, but you never use it on yourself, it might be wise to take some kind of class, or for someone that knows about that stuff to show you even how it feels if you got tased yourself. Because let me tell you, if your attacker uses it against you, you want to know how to handle it. So I've been tased, I've been pepper sprayed. It's not a good feeling, but you just never know. And along that note, which I know I'll probably get a lot of negative feedback and it may cause a lot of controversy, but consider having a firearm in your house. So when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna have the firearm with me, but when the baby comes, I'm not. And I decided to keep the firearm. I decided to keep updated with proper protocol on having a gun safely in my home. I'm obviously not going to put it where my son can reach it. So I'm going to put it where it's easy access for me to have it, but not easy access for him to have it. And when he's older, those areas may change. Maybe he'll become a good climber. So obviously I know not to put it where he can climb up to it. Maybe when he's older, he's going to be curious about it. So I need to learn how to talk to him about it, talk to him about respecting the gun and what it does and such. So, I mean, if you're not going to be doing that, if you're too scared to do that, then don't have a firearm in the house. But if you are, I say go ahead and have a firearm in your house. That's just my opinion on that. Again, you are entitled to have your own opinion. You are entitled to disagree with what I just said, and that's perfectly fine. And number 4 is learn how to change a flat tire, because you never know. So if you don't know anyone, and say someone, I mean, even if you know how to, like, say if you learned on YouTube and kind of like watch the video of how to change a flat and get it kind of burned in your mind, really just, I mean, maybe you're too weak to change a flat tire, but I say still learn how to do it. And if it comes to a point where you get a flat tire and your husband's not home and someone pulls over and tries to help you out, but it looks like they may be putting you more in danger, how are you going to know if you never watch someone change a flat tire? So I say get familiar with that. And I know that people are like, well, that's pretty far-fetched. What are the chances of me getting a flat? What are the chances of somebody being completely mean and putting me in danger and changing my flat? Maybe it's intentional, maybe it wouldn't be intentional, but in the world we live in, you just never know. Number 4, 5, I don't know, who's keeping count anyways, sorry. So, being alert, being more alert. I can't tell you how many times a mom or a lady, a parent is so glued to their phone and they're not alert with their surroundings, and they're not watching their kid at the store, at the bank, at the park. Like, you never know. Like, and some people are like, well, I can handle both. It just takes 1 second. And it's fine to look at your phone, you know, make sure nobody's called you, make sure, or even, you know, to call someone, to look up an address, whatever, that's fine. But just to be glued on your phone, just to, you know, for your entertainment, I don't know. I mean, I didn't even have Instagram or Facebook on my phone when we moved here, because I wasn't aware of my surroundings and I wanted to get to know my surroundings. And I knew if I had that on my phone, I'm not going to be the most alert person. I'm not going to be learning what's around me, because why? My phone's going to be, you know, my source of entertainment. And so I would say try not to have that distract you. And then also on that note, so my husband is a type, like, if you've okay, so if he texts you 3 minutes ago and you didn't respond, he's like gonna text the whole world and want to know what's going on and want to make sure that you're okay. And that's perfectly fine. And so my husband was on the field, like I had said, recently, and he had called me, and I was with my son. I took him to Panera Bread, and I was at this state of mind where I gave like all my attention to my son, because he was starting to notice, okay, dad's not home. And I don't know if he felt like insecure or unsafe, but he started kind of acting out. And at night, he'll even ask for dada. So I was like, I'm going to just give him all my attention and make sure he always feels like he's safe. So I was doing that, and at Panera Bread, you know, I put my phone away because we're out in public, and he happened to have his phone with him, and they don't let them have their phones with them all the time on the field and training, and I didn't answer my phone. And then he tells my mom, and my mom's like, okay, you know, I'll call and see what's going on. She calls me, she FaceTimes me, she texts me, and she's freaking out because I don't answer her either. So, I mean, it's okay to check your phone. And then on that note, like, it's okay to check in on someone. Like, if it's dark at night and I need to take the trash out, you know, I'll text my mom or my twin sister and be like, hey, I'm going to take the trash out. If I don't text you back, I may forget. In 20 minutes, text me, make sure that I'm okay. And then, you know, I'll get back and it's fine, and I'll tell them, you know, I'm okay. And some people are like, that's a little bit too much. And if it is for you, then that's fine. But for me, it's better safe than sorry. So that's what I would have to say about that. And also, people say, keep busy, 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 busy. But for me, my husband is my security at home and at night. So when he's gone, I am constantly on alert mode, and I can't shut it off until he's home. It's like I hear every noise. It wakes me up. I don't go back to sleep, and I think of all these what-if scenarios. And obviously, some of that I need to work on. But I don't sleep well at night. I get maybe like an hour of a good sleep. So if I keep busy and I'm out and about, but I'm zombied, obviously that's not okay for me to be out and about and just keep super busy. So I would say try to find that balance. And also, when your husband comes home, you don't want to be too exhausted. And I feel like when you are keeping super busy, especially when you get older, you're going to tend to get really exhausted. And so when he comes home, you want the house maybe to be clean, or maybe have his favorite meal and stock up on his favorite drink. I know my husband loves his sweet tea. So I make sure we have enough sweet tea for to feed the whole neighborhood for a weekend, because he didn't have sweet tea during his field training. So he drinks even more sweet tea. So I make sure I stock up on that. I make sure the house is clean. I make sure I have enough energy to serve him. I make sure I have enough energy to spend some time with him. So it's about finding that balance. You know, like if I'm too tired, I can't wash his equipment or his uniform, which when he comes back from the field, he's going to need it cleaned. I can't really, you know, listen to him or really tell him what happened when he wasn't home, things that I learned when he was gone, stuff like that. It's a time for growing and not really a time for distraction. So, I mean, if you grow from being completely booked on a bunch of things to do, then that's cool, that's fine. And if you know someone is, you know, going to be home alone, if you know, okay, their husband's going on a mission trip or whatever, and you want to invite them and kind of distract them, I think that's, you know, perfectly fine. They know they're even balanced. So that's what I would say about that. And I hope this video was helpful. I hope it wasn't a waste. I feel like all these things are very common sense, but it's also a very good reminder, and I hope it was a good reminder to you. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, please give it a thumbs down. If you have any comments, questions, complaints, please put it in the comment box. And please subscribe. It's completely free, and it just takes one little tap, one little click. So if you can subscribe and support, that'll be awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.